Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Jordan for Joe Reviews, and today we'll be taking a look at this 301BN HDMI switch from Kinivo. If you don't know what an HDMI switch is, it's basically a device that allows you to plug in up to 3 HDMI cables into one HDMI port on your TV, and this device allows you to switch between the inputs. So this is everything that we get in the box here. First and foremost, we have the actual switch itself. Next, we have a power cable, then we have a remote for the switch, and last but not least, we have a user's manual for this device. So as you can see on one side of the device, we have all of our indicator LEDs as well as our button to switch inputs. You can either switch the input directly on this device here, or you can actually use the included remote. The other side of the device, of course, has 3 ports for HDMI inputs, and then it has a single port for your HDMI output cable, which would of course go to your TV. So unfortunately, due to poor lighting conditions near my TV, I will not actually be able to show you this device in action, but I can show you that it works really well. This is how you would kind of use the device. You can either use the buttons on the remote. There are one button for each different input amount, or there's 2 little arrow buttons that you can just switch between the inputs without specifying a specific one. And then finally there is a memory button. You of course can use the remote, or you can actually push the switch button on the switch, which would of course switch between the inputs as well. After using this device for a while, I can say that it does its job very well. There are a few downsides to it, but that is just kind of me being picky. I'll go through them now, however. One downside being the power cable for this device. It takes up quite a bit of room on the wall, as I showed you earlier. This is especially not good where you're using it by your TV, because you have all these electronics plugged into probably a power strip or something, and this device will probably take up 2 places on a power strip just because of the nature of the AC adapter. Another thing that is a little annoying is that this device has a dedicated remote rather than having one built into the standard home remote that you use for your TV. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but you will have to use this remote. It's also a little difficult to use because you have to point it directly at the device, and it can't just kind of be anywhere. It has to be very directly pointed at the device in order for it to work, but again, that's not a huge deal. The third and final thing that's a little irritating but doesn't affect the overall performance of the device is the amount of fingerprints that it attracts. Just using this device after a while, just like after setting it up, it was just covered in fingerprints. There's the plastic piece that I pulled off earlier, as you saw, and after I pulled that device off from then on, it was just covered in fingerprints. However, none of those things affect the overall performance of the device. This is definitely a very good device. It does work very well. The cons I was saying are just kind of personal things and not things that affect the overall performance of the device. This device does what it's supposed to do, and it does that very well. So if you guys are still here, thank you guys for watching this review of the 301BN HDMI switch from Kinivo. If you guys would like to purchase this product for yourself, then of course the link will be in the description, as it always is. If you guys want to see more videos similar to this one, then feel free to check out my channel and possibly subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video in particular, then a like rating is always appreciated. If you found something I could do differently in this review or didn't like something about it, then feel free to comment. I'm always accepting constructive criticism and all of that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.